3, 2, 1.
Do you want to hear a story about the Wildling?
Hey everybody,
Hey guys,
welcome to another episode of Happy Wax TV.
Max Master.
Happy Wax?
Yes, and tonight we're talking about a movie called The Wildling that just came out,
Yes.
starring
Liv Tyler.
Brad Dourif.
I'd say Liv Tyler.
Liv, yeah, she's still got it.
Oh yeah. She's
And and then Belle Powley.
Powley.
Powley, I've never heard of her before. I've never even seen her in anything, so I don't know if she must be relatively new because you and I have seen everything.
She
So
looks pretty young.
yeah, she's got a very unique look to her as well.
Googly eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
Probably,
hey,
probably not politically correct to
No,
say
no,
googly eyes anymore.
it's all good. Yeah, she definitely has a look about her, that's for sure. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, okay. So, anyways, I'll just start it off. I saw the trailer for this a long time ago, and then I kind of forgot about it. But then I noticed that it was up video on demand yesterday, so we watched it, and I had kind of forgotten a lot of what the trailer. So I was kind of going into it not really knowing what it was about, and I don't know. I thought it was okay. And, it was good and it was bad. It had good points and bad points. You know?
The good point was Liv Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, anyways.
Yeah.
I.
You say whatever you want.
All right. So, anyways, this movie was really, if you're like a horror movie virgin and you've never watched a horror movie before, you might think this is a great horror movie. It was like, for me, really colored by numbers. Like in the first 10 minutes, you know what's going on, and then it just kind of sort of dragged for me. Like, I don't know. I will say, I liked the Beast the way she looked.
Mhm.
Towards the end, but it just took an eternity. It seemed the movie seemed to take an eternity for me. Like, it was color by numbers, man. Everything
Yeah.
that happened was like, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Liv's brother, and take this girl in because they captured, like, she's found in the basement of
Yep.
Daddy's place, Brad
Yep.
Dourif's place, and
Yep.
all this kind of stuff. Like, there was a lot of stuff wrong with it for me, but
Yeah.
you know,
Well, there was this. It was paint by numbers, absolutely. You know what I mean? And I think that the best thing for you to do is to go into this movie and not know anything about it, because,
Yeah.
like you said, you know. Okay, so we're gonna give spoilers. Might as well.
let's give a rating.
Okay,
first.
we'll give a rating. I'll give this one like a 6.5.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that high. I'd go maybe 5.5, 6 for me.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going with that.
All right. Okay, so spoilers from beyond this point.
All right. Yeah.
So for me, okay, not going into this, not knowing anything, I would like. It's better for the viewer to not know anything, because at the first quarter of this movie, you think it's some creepy old guy who's just kidnapped a girl. You know what I mean? Like, they give little subtle hints that there's more going on there, but really, that's the impression that this movie, I think, tries to give you. You know what I mean? It just feeds her a line of bullshit. You can't go outside because of this reason.
Yeah.
Doors electrocuted because of that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. And then it's not really
Bars
till
around the window to keep the wildling out.
yeah, you know, stories, and it's just, you know, like one of the things that I did like about this movie, and they didn't dwell on it a lot, they just kind of gave you a little, but I mean, we have to understand that she's been in that basement for, how old was she, 16?
Yeah.
Was she 16? So for 16 years, she's seen nothing but the inside of this basement and what Brad Dourif, who is her supposed father, has told her, and that's all she's going by. So the minute she wakes up in the hospital, I mean, it's like being reborn again, I guess. You know what I mean? Because she's seen nothing except the inside of this room. That part of the movie I liked. You know what I mean? What I didn't like was you have like they could have done a lot with this movie and they didn't, which was a shame, because like you said, it was paint by numbers. They had like the bullies who she kind of beats up for the brother and just stuff like that.
It was really, for me, it felt a lot like, I've never watched them, but it felt a lot like watching a Twilight movie. Like, you know, that's why I was like, this is like a teen sort of, you know.
A teeny bopper movie.
Yeah,
Is what, I think that's what
movie
it's
or
geared to.
something,
You know, because then you have the love story a little bit, and you know.
And you just, and because, you know, we are veterans
Yeah.
of the horror movie, it was just like, I was sitting there going, okay, and then every time Liv would walk on screen, it'd be like,
I think they threw her in.
you know,
as
she was
Russ.
like the moment, and then
Yeah.
it'd be like, okay, man,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, oh, yep, cross that off the list, yep, oh, Liv,
Yeah.
Liv is back, you know. So that was my my grace, and which is terrible to say because maybe some of the ladies out there might like every time Brad Dourif comes on screen.
Yeah.
He's kind of past his prime, but you never know.
Yeah, he's a pretty. I like him as an actor.
Or the young, the guy that played the brother. What's his name?
Mike Faust. I'm not really sure. Yeah, Mike Lawrence. Yeah, Mike.
Yeah,
Faust,
Mike
Fast.
Fast.
Yeah. So,
But
I don't know. And they gave a little bit of a background. Well, did they give a background to what these things are, other than what Brad Dourif did? A little bit, I guess.
they just kind of said that they were hunted out by all those old geezers in town that seemed to know who she was. And,
Yeah.
and the other stupid thing was, okay, so she gets we're in spoilers, so she gets pregnant, and basically, you know, Brad Dourif's character miraculously recovers from a gunshot wound he self-inflicts to himself with his own like a 44 Magnum or something, and he's still alive.
Jeez,
Okay,
yeah.
so. And anyways, he comes back out there after this massive head wound, and he's out there leading another hunting party trying to catch her. And what's he want to do? He tries to capture the baby again. Like the idea was that they were trying to rid the world of these wildlings because they were too dangerous and too, you know, blah blah.
Yeah.
But the guy keeps wanting to take a baby. Like I don't know. It had a lot of weird flaws for me.
Yeah, and it was, again, too, it's funny, I'm glad you said about the headshot. There's a lot of things that they just expect you to overlook here. Like, he pretty much blows his head off and lives, but then he's walking, like, this movie, the timeline of this movie is only, by the time she's in the hospital, I think it's only maybe, a month?
I think she said something about 3 months or something.
Okay, but even in 3 months, he's all healed up.
He's healed in his scar face.
Yeah.
And the other thing I said to you too was, okay, like Liv Tyler doesn't know about the Wildlings. She's the sheriff.
Yeah.
They find a kid in a basement that's basically, you know, been there for 16 years.
Yeah.
The feds are coming. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't have this like they tried to make it like a Frankenstein movie where the old geezers were all in on it. You know, like that was like classic horror movie there where the whole like you know, guys know what the Wildlings are and the new sheriff doesn't. But it still doesn't stop the feds from coming in. Like, you know, this guy's like, okay, I blew off my head. I had this girl in my basement. I'm just going to go out and I'm going to be free man now.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, what?
Yeah. And the
big
other
flaw there.
The other thing I rolled my
know.
eyes at was that when she actually transforms and goes into the wild there, and they go after her, and then she's got the entire forest, which is seemingly huge because they show her, and they somehow trap her in this circle of fire, which is still enormous. Which how she didn't jump, like, it's just, there's a lot of stupid in this movie.
It's a teeny movie.
Yeah, and then where she ends up before she gets smoked out is exactly where she needs to dig because it takes her into the cave of where she was born, I guess. Where it all, so there's a lot of stupid in this movie.
Going into the cave like Luke with Dorothy.
Yeah.
Only a master of evil, Darth. Yeah,
True enough.
So that's basically what I think of this flick, anyways.
Yeah,
It's not, you know.
It was almost like a made-for-TV movie, kinda, or something you'd see on the Sci-Fi Channel, where it's a little lower. But although I did like her, I did like her as a creature though. I thought she looked really cool because she wasn't like full-on werewolf, but she was something else. Mm-hmm. So it had its good points, but yeah, it was not a movie that I'll remember or watch over and over again.
If it's raining out and you have absolutely nothing else to do, Monopoly pieces are all missing. You know,
yeah, it's definitely
it's that kind of a movie.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I wouldn't rush out to find this one or pay anything for it. That's for sure. So take our advice. There are points. I guess even the shittiest movies have some good qualities. Most of them, anyways. So,
and it's too bad because Liv Tyler was one of the producers. So I don't want to slam anything about Liv Tyler, but you know.
Yeah. So, but
5.5, 6 for me. 5.5 maybe. 5.5.
Yeah, I give it a 6.5.
So.
But I don't know, guys. But yeah, Wildling. It's kind of not that wild. It's kind of more the
Wildlingly boring.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Anyways, guys. Okay, so you know what? We're almost at. Well, actually, we are. As of this morning, we're at 350 subscribers. So, all right, keep them coming in. Really appreciate it. And I mean, we'll keep pumping the videos out as long as there's movies to watch. And yeah, guys, that's it. Until next time.
Stay scared.